to Lothering.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not exactly refugees. We all got a freaking weapon on us and a Mabari. I think you'd be smart not to anger us.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Honric. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
So you're toll collectors, then?
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Perhaps you should charge more, then.
You want to pay more? Well, we'll happily accept donations.
I'm just saying it's rough business for such a pittance.
I could be mistaken, but that sounded threatening.
Sounded like a threat to me.
Interesting, because you seem a bit outnumbered.
Didn't exactly intend for our discussion to go this way, but do you really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
What?
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But are them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your Darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
You know, we could use a donation to our cause.
You don't say.
They is really good, boss. Remember?
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today.
Not enough, I'm afraid.
And just when we had things settled.
I'm going after you. Something's just telling me it might be a good idea.
All right.
Just gotta focus on the leader. Dual weapon sweep.
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
Get by? Seriously, you're a criminal.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
I want some questions answered.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
Well, we're a little behind on some news, so we'd like to hear things. First of all, what have you guys been exactly doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
Have you heard of any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tear and Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Okay, even I don't believe that. And what other news do you got for me?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Tear Loghain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
Okay. Memo to self, Alistair. We murder the Terran. And as quickly and violently as possible. I might forget this. Maybe I'll find reasons why I did this, but we're probably gonna kill him. Understood?
Well then, let me go!
Hand over everything you've stolen.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
You could always work with me. I can use some new soldiers.
What, are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier.
I could turn you into the
There aren't
authorities.
any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
Then go. I don't need any more death today.
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Whoa.
We won?
He definitely gave us a good amount.
Yay, we won. Yay.
Leave him. A note for Sir Henrik. It'll probably be for someone in town, knowing my luck. Inventory's full, eh? Okay, I'll tend to town and sell some stuff.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
You have been pretty quiet.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Honestly, I want to look for my brother. He might be alive.
He was out scouting in the wilds, wasn't he? That's what the king said.
Then attempting to look for him there would be foolish. He is either dead or he managed to flee to the north.
Very sensitive.
I am simply saying that it is foolish to mount a rescue when you have no notion where this man is and the wilds are overrun with Darkspawn. You will either find him somewhere outside the wilds with other survivors, or not at all.
I need to hear some news before I can decide.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Yeah, I have. Basically, we can get help from the mages, the dwarves, the mages, and various lords in the area.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to get any more Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Why are you anyways leaving stuff to me? You're the one with more experience.
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
She has a point. Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
How do we get to Arleman?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Where can we find the Dalish?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
What about the dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
What about the Circle of Magi? It might be useful having a large amount of magical mystic mojo or something on our side. No offense, Morgan, you're amazing, but we need more than just one.
That would be at their tower on Lake Carlinhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
Where would we find Loghain exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Okay, no
Then you
more.
have a plan.
I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Okay. First things first is I want to find a shop. Ooh, chicken. Aw, can't do anything with chickens. Refugees galore.
Stop looking at me,
My family to
mongrel.
Lothering
I have
because
nothing
thought
you
it would be
want.
safe.
Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
Yeah, I had a feeling Leo would get along very well with her. Or not. I don't know.
Who are you? Can you protect us?
Sorry. Can't. Broken crate.
Yes.
Okay. I'll get back some of the stuff that was in those crates later. I'm gonna sell a bunch now.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you
We've
mean?
had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Thank you for the warning.
Good luck wherever you might go.
Actually, I want
I'm
some
just here to keep watch.
Damn, he wouldn't answer my questions. Oh, there's a merchant here. Everybody looks at this pack wagon.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Huh. Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Wait, 100 silver? I believe that's equal to 1 gold. But honestly, you got me. You're being a little bit of a dick.
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
Can't you compromise and still make a profit?
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
Reasonable.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Morgan, I know you aren't exactly the biggest fan of me, but honestly, it's better to have these people neutral with each other.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
Actually, I'm looking to sell.
Just don't buy everything up.
But it would be also good to see what he has to sell. Weapons. Way too expensive. Armor. Nah. Definitely gotta buy some health postulaces. I know they cost a decent Okay, no. That's way too expensive. You know what? I'll sell you some stuff. I don't need a battle axe. I don't use two-handed swords. Alistair's already wielding a decent enough sword. Let's see. In long swords, meh. Armor. Wearing better. Enchantress Flame, I should give that to her. Chainmail, I think Alistair's good. I hate when I get like this. Scale armor. I'll save the chainmail, I can give it to him. Shields, only Alistair I know is even able to use them. Silver chalice, let's sell that. Wolf pelts, I don't think I use those. Quartz. Garnet, I'm not sure if these any use. Certain things I feel like I should keep. Okay, these I don't think count. That's all for now. Now then, let's see if I can steal what's in this chest. Leather gloves. Nah, can't. I really have to get Morgan's approval up. I don't like her being angry at me. She's not bad. I don't think you're bad, Morgan, but certain aspects of you could be better. Definitely, I'm gonna check if she can use a certain spell a little later. I think I already checked, but I'll look into it later. Some trap triggers. Wait, can I even make traps? I actually forgot. Did I learn? No, I don't know how to make traps. Worst case scenario. Oh, I guess there's no need. Not exactly the type to lay traps. It's not exactly that easy anyway.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
What makes you think that?
You don't look chastened, so you're not from the wilds. And you're not a farmer. I'd guess you saw some fighting.
Yes, I was with the King's army.
I thought them that survived already marched north with the Tairn. You must be a survivor. Or a deserter. Lucky you, I guess.
I have some questions.
I promise I'm going to answer them.
What's going on?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Who's in charge of the village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
Don't you have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns. If he returns.
Were those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
Yeah, I drove them off.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian'll be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
Okay, I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
You really are a negative, Nancy. Well then, guess I better get a look around. Wow. That's just sad looking. This dog is pathetic in comparison to my buddy, Leo. Hello?
As if we needed more fighting here.
Are still operating.
Chantry Evans?
My lean spoke unto the masses. My hearth is yours. My bread is yours. My life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Greetings? Smile back. I'm just gonna smile.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons.
What's a chanter? Because I think if I called him touched in the head, it might be a little rude.
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
Okay. So it's sort of like a vow of silence, so he can't talk normally?
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
Okay, you have a really good memory. The chanter says what?
What?
Oh, you got him to speak. Ha!
What hath man's sin wrought?
Oh, he cheated.
I got it, that was clever. Have anything interesting on the board, my good sir?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Okay, let's see if this kid has anything to
We
tell
found
me.
someone sleeping in our fields, in the hay.
Okay, I'm worried about that, but I'll ignore it for a moment. Bandits, bandits everywhere. Get rid of the bandits, I believe it's saying. I think I should visit the Chantry first. But first, what's going on here?
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There, one of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Okay. Hey, why don't you just keep your voice down? You're sort of going crazy.
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Please stop. Somebody shut his mouth.
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us.
You have to admit, you don't have to be a fool. Well, we can defeat them.
No, I have seen them. You cannot run. You cannot fight.
What happened to you?
My family, my clan,
Those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn!
Must have been terrible. How did you get away?
No! I won't listen to the words of a man tainted by Darkspawn!
I'm not evil, please. Won't you talk to me?
I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off.
Scaring these people won't get her back.
You were right. I will go.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope. You just need to muster your courage.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
Smart idea. Yell at the Tyrann for me.
Your king is dead! There is no hope!
Invisible talking thing. Morgan?
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you
If
something.
You must.
How'd you become a shapeshifter?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That does sound like something you do.
Oh? I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are filthy, smelly things full of tears and snot and trouble. That said, I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy time in the wilds and done many things I know nothing of. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shapeshifter?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
I've never heard of magic like that before, to be honest.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
I have to admit, that's a good thing. Traditions like that deserve to be preserved.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
You spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed.
I'll talk to you more later.
Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Honestly, that would just make you angry, I think.
No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Okay, Morgan. And we'll continue in a moment.